So we will start with the face. So face, it extends superiorly up to the hairline. This is the hairline, and inferiorly up to the chin and the base of the mandible, and on each side up to the auricle. The forehead is common both for the face and for the scalp. So first of all, we will see the properties of the skin of the face. The skin of the face is thick, it is elastic and very vascular. It contains large number of sweat glands and sebaceous glands. The sweat glands, as you know, it helps in regulating the body temperature, whereas sebaceous gland keep the face oily by their secretion. The skin of the face is lax except on the nose, where it is firmly attached to the underlying cartilage and it provides insertion to the muscles of the facial expression. Here you have to note the clinical correlation of the skin of the face. As I told you, the skin it is highly vascular. So in case of the plastic surgery, the skin flap does not get necrosed because of the profuse blood circulation. The another point is, due to the laxity of the skin, it facilitates the rapid spread of the edema. अब अगर edema, what is edema? It is actually the collection of the fluid. आप देख सकते हो यूजुअली हम देख सकते हैं कुछ भी होता है तो मुंह सूजा हुआ होता है. मुंह इसलिए सूजता है, स्किन क्यों नहीं, हाथ का स्किन क्यों नहीं सूजता है, बाकी जगह क्यों नहीं इतना सूजता है जितना मुंह सूजता है? इट इज़ बिकॉज द स्किन इज लैक्स. Then another thing is that, as I told you, the skin of the face has abundant sebaceous gland and sweat glands. So it is the common site of our acne due to the presence of this sebaceous glands on the skin. Now we will see the superficial fascia of the face. It is to be noted here that superficial fascia of the skin of face, superficial fascia of the face, it contains the muscles of the facial expression. Also, it contains the vessels and the nerves and variable amount of fat. So, it is to be important, very important here. Usually, it is asked during exams, where are the muscles present in the superficial fascia? So muscles of the face, यानी कि facial muscles, it is also known as the muscles of the facial expressions, इनको हम बोलते हैं. So they are present in the superficial fascia, not deep to the deep fascia or deep to the superficial fascia. They are itself present in the superficial fascia. Okay, it is to be noted here. So besides the muscles of the face, superficial fascia also contains nerves, vessels and fat. The fat is absent in the eyelid. Okay, it is absent on the eyelid, but it is well developed on cheeks and forming the buccal pad of fat that provides the rounded contour of the cheeks. This buccal pad of fat is very important in infants. So this buccal pad of fat is very important in infants because it helps them to suckling the milk. So they are also known as the suctoral pad of fat. The deep fascia is absent in the region of face except over the parotid gland and the masseter muscle, where they are togetherly known as the parotidomasseter fascia. So deep fascia is only present over the masseter and parotid gland, where they are togetherly known as the parotidomasseter fascia. Why it is deep fascia absent in the face? As it is important, the muscles, if deep fascia is present, it means the tightening of the face. अगर tightening face होगी तो जिसकी वजह से हम various facial जो expression है वो नहीं express कर पाएंगे. That is why the deep fascia is absent. That is why the skin is lax और उसकी वजह से हम various facial expression दिखा सकते हैं. Now we will see the muscles of the face. The muscles of facial expression are embedded in the superficial fascia, as you know, and most of them arises from the bone of the skull and are inserted into the skin. They bring different types of facial expression. That is why they are also known as the muscles of the facial expression. Now we will see the characteristic feature of the muscles of the facial expression. It is very important. I told you, now I will repeat this. The characteristic of these, the muscles of the facial expressions are The first one, they lie in the superficial fascia and are inserted into the skin. Morphologically, they represent the specialized members of the subcutaneous muscle that is known as the panniculus carnosus, which are seen actually in the lower animals. So we are saying that morphologically it is present in the lower animals. That muscle is known as the panniculus carnosus. So actually it is the single muscle present in the lower animals, and in humans they are divisible into the different types of muscle. So third one is embryologically they develop from the mesoderm of the second pharyngeal arch. That is why they are supplied by the nerve of the second pharyngeal arch, that is the facial nerve. Now functionally they perform all important functions of non-verbal communication. The non-verbal communication मतलब facial expressions जो हम करते हैं. So besides that, they are also helpful in opening and closing of the orifices. Like the orifice, we have the orbit, we have the oral cavity, we have the nose. So it closes these orifices and open also. So their function is first of all expressing the various facial expression, and another is closing and opening of the different orifices of the face. Now we will divide these muscles of the face depending upon the topographically and functionally. Topographically, we divide them into the 6 groups, and functionally these muscles are regarding as the regulators of the 3 openings that I told you, namely palpebral fissure, that is a palpebral fissure around the eye, and around the oral fissure, this is the oral fissure, and around the nose. So these are functionally divided into 3 groups here. So we will say you just have to remember the names of these muscles only. Don't remember like where it is origin and insertion, don't remember that. Only just remember the names of these muscles. The muscles are important. Among these are the buccinator muscles, which I will told you little bit in brief, and the orbicularis oculi or orbicularis orbit. These 3 muscles are important. The rest you just remember their name only. Okay. Now I will tell you the various functions of this. First of all, we will see the muscles around the orbicularis oculi. Oculi मतलब eye, तो eye के surrounded जितने भी muscles है, I will tell them. The first is the levator palpebrae superioris. So this is the levator palpebrae superioris. Okay. These muscles elevate the eyelid. Then we have these are the dilators, so we can say that these are the dilators muscle. The another is the frontalis muscle of the occipitofrontalis muscle. So this is the frontalis muscle of the occipitofrontalis muscle. These 2 muscles act as the dilators, yani ki they open the eye. The sphincters, which are the sphincters of palpebral fissure, that is the orbicularis oculi. जो ये rounded muscle है around the eye, this is known as the orbicularis oculi. They act as a sphincter. Now we will see so this is the first group that is divisible into the dilators and sphincters. The second group is surrounding the oral fissure. So which are the sphincters of the oral fissure? These are the orbicularis oris. So these surrounding muscles जो surround करती है around the oral cavity, this is known as the orbicularis oris, and they are the sphincters, यानी कि ये close करती है. And what are the dilators? All the muscles surrounding the mouth except the orbicularis oris, they are the dilators of the. जो बाकी की जो muscles हैं वो आपको मैं नाम बताऊंगी. They are the dilators. Sphincters एक ही है, that is the orbicularis oris. Now around the nostril, the sphincters are the compressor nares. Compressor मतलब जो nares को जो close करती है, that is the sphincter. And other dilators are dilator nares, depressor septal, and the levator labii superioris alcinaris, जो मैं आपको नाम बताऊंगा. Now we will divide the muscles of the face topographically. First of all, we will see the muscles of the scalp that I have described earlier, that is the occipitofrontalis muscle. Now the muscles surrounding the auricle, यानी कि ear, they are the auricularis anterior, auricularis superior, auricularis posterior. These are vestigial muscles in human beings. Now we have the muscles around the eye or orbital opening. These are orbicularis oculi, corrugator superciliary. This is the corrugator superciliary. This is the corrugator superciliary muscle. Okay. This is the orbicularis oculi muscle, this rounded muscle. And then we have levator palpebrae superioris, that is a extraocular muscle. ठीक है, वो आप और भी पढ़ोगे तब आप वो पढ़ोगे. Then we have the muscles of the nose. These are the procerus. This is the procerus muscle. ये जो आपका यहाँ पे बनाते हैं ना विद बिटवीन द आई, जो आपके यहाँ पे हॉरिजॉन्टल ये बनाती है wrinkles. This is the procerus. ठीक है, so this is the procerus. Then we have the compressor nares. We have the compressor nares. So this is the compressor nares. ठीक है, so this is the procerus, compressor nares. Then we have dilator nares. This is the dilator nares. इसमें आपको ओवरलैप हो गई है. These are overlapping muscles जिसमें आपको नहीं दिखेंगी. So these are the muscles of the nose which are procerus, compressor nares, dilator nares and depressor septi. डायलेटर नेरीज मतलब डायलेट करेगी नेरीज को. डिप्रेसर सेप्टाई यानी कि वो यहाँ होती है, सेप्टा जो नोज की होती है उसको डिप्रेस करती है. कंप्रेसर नेरीज यानी कि वो नोज को कंप्रेस करती है. नाउ वी विल सी द मसल्स अराउंड द माउथ. दीज आर द ऑर्बिकुलरिस ओरिस, बक्सिनेटर. ठीक है, एक्चुअली द बक्सिनेटर आर द डीप मसल्स व्हिच आई विल शो यू लेटर ऑन. लेवेटर लेबिस सुपेरियोरिस एल्किनेसी, that is here. Levator labis superioris alkinase, ये muscle. ठीक है, then we have the zygomatic major. This is zygomatic major. This is zygomatic minor. Then we have levator labis superioris. Levator labis superioris, ये वाली यहाँ से. ठीक है, then we have levator angularis. Levator angularis. Then we have depressor angularis. This is a depressor angularis and depressor labii inferioris. ठीक है, and mentalis and rhizoras. ठीक है, तो क्या क्या से मसल है. एंड द मसल ऑफ द नेक, दैट इज द प्लेटिस्मा. तो कौन कितनी मसल्स आ गई हमें. पहले तो मसल्स ऑफ द स्कैल्प आ गई, ऑक्सीपिटोफ्रंटालिस. मसल ऑफ द एयर, ऑरिकुलरिस एंटीरियर, ऑरिकुलरिस सुपीरियर एंड ऑरिकुलरिस पोस्टीरियर. Then muscles of the eyelid, that is orbicularis oculi, corrugator, levator palpebrae superioris. Muscles of the nose, procerus, compressor nares, dilator nares, depressor septi. Muscles of the mouth is orbicularis oris, buccinator, levator labis superioris alkinase, zygomaticus major, zygomaticus minor, levator labis superioris, levator angularis, depressor angularis, depressor labii inferioris, mentalis, and rhizoras. And muscle of the neck, that is the platysma. वो भी इसी के साथ हम कंक्लूड करते हैं. So here on the lateral you can also see the muscle frontalis. This is orbicularis oculi. This is compressor nares. This is levator labii superioris. This is zygomaticus. This is masseter. This is the masseter muscle. This is zygomaticus major. This is zygomaticus minor. This is orbicularis oris muscle. This is buccinator muscle. This is platysma. This is depressor angularis, depressor labii inferioris, auricularis posterior, auricularis anterior, auricularis superior. Okay, occipitalis muscles. Now we will see what is the modulus. Modulus is actually, it is a compact mobile fibromuscular structure that is present about 1.25 centimeter lateral to the angle of the lip. जो एंगल ऑफ द माउथ होती है उसके जस्ट 1.25 सेंटीमीटर एक फाइब्रोमस्कुलर टिश्यू होता है, स्ट्रक्चर होता है, दैट लाई जस्ट अपोजिट द अपर सेकेंडरी मोलर टीथ. ये क्या होता है एक्चुअली, यहाँ पे मसल्स 5 मसल इंटरलेस करती है. कौन कौन सी मसल. एक तो होती है zygomaticus मेजर, बक्सिनेटर, राइजोरस, डिप्रेसर एंगुलियोरिस, लेवेटर एंगुलियोरिस. तो ये 5 मसल्स क्या होते हैं यहाँ इंटरलेस हो जाती है. ठीक है, और बनाती हैं एक थिक सा कुछ स्ट्रक्चर सा जो 1.25 सेंटीमीटर लैटरल टू द एंगल ऑफ द माउथ होती है, जिसको हम मॉड्यूलस कहते हैं. Now we will see the nerve supply of these muscles. As I told you, the muscles are originated from the second pharyngeal arch. So they are derived. So the nerve supply of these muscles are the facial nerve, which is the nerve of the second pharyngeal arch. So these are the motor nerve supply. तो जो भी मसल्स हैं फेस की, they are मोटर सप्लाई उनकी क्या है, फेशियल नर्व है. तो फेशियल नर्व की क्या होता है यहाँ पे, ये तो सेंसरी सप्लाई वाली मैं मोटर दिखाऊंगी. When facial nerve जो होती है, it comes out through the stylomastoid foramen. After coming of the stylomastoid foramen, it is distributed, it enters to the parotid gland. तो parotid gland से जब ये बाहर निकलते हैं, it lies just the, अगर hand को हम फैलाएंगे ना, तो ऐसी इसकी ब्रांचेस होती है. तो इसकी 5 ब्रांचेस होती है जब ये पैरोटिड ग्लैंड से बाहर निकलता है. तो सबसे ऊपर ब्रांच होती है टेम्पोरालिस, ज़ाइगोमेटिकस, बकल, मार्जिनल मैंडिबुलर एंड सर्वाइकल. तो इनको हम इकट्ठे कहते हैं पेस एंसरीनस, यानी कि जो गूस फुट होता है ना, उसकी तरह ये फैले होते हैं. तो जिसको इसलिए हम पेस एंसरीनस भी कहते हैं. सो दीज आर द टर्मिनल ब्रांच ऑफ द फेशियल नर्व. तो टेम्पोरालिस है, दैट सप्लाइज द मोटर सप्लाई टू द फ्रंटालिस मसल, ऑरिकुलरिस मसल एंड ऑर्बिकुलरिस ऑक्यूलर मसल. ज़ाइगोमेटिकस सप्लाई करती है ऑर्बिकुलरिस ऑक्यूलर को. Buccal, it supplies the muscles of the cheek and upper lip. Marginal mandibular supplies the muscles of the lower lip, and cervical supplies the platysma. Now we will see the sensory supply of the face. The motor nerve was a facial nerve, but sensory nerve is the trigeminal nerve. All its 3 branches from the trigeminal nerve. It supplies all the skin of the face except at the angle of the mandible. यहाँ नहीं करती है, ठीक है, angle of the mandible पे नहीं करती है. This part is supplied by the greater auricular nerve, which is the ventral rami of the second and third cervical nerve. So यहाँ angle of the mandible पे हमारी greater auricular nerve करती है. Rest of the face has sensory supply from the trigeminal nerve. It is distributed like this. This yellow color is distributed through the ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve. This pink one is distributed through the maxillary division of the trigeminal nerve, and this blue one is distributed through the that is the mandibular division of the trigeminal nerve. Now first of all we will see the various sensory nerves of the trigeminal nerve. First of all, the ophthalmic division. The first nerve is the supratrochlear nerve. It supplies the upper eyelid. Okay, it supplies the upper eyelid and forehead. The second one is the supraorbital. This one is the supraorbital. It also supplies the upper eyelid, frontal ear sinus and the scalp. The third one is the lacrimal nerve. This is the lacrimal nerve. It supplies the lateral part of the upper eyelid. Okay, so it supplies the lateral part of the upper eyelid. Infratrochlear is this fourth one. ठीक है, infratrochlear supplies the medial part of the both eyelids, upper and lower. Then we have external nasal, this fifth one. External nasal supplies the lower part of the dorsum and the tip of the nose. ठीक है, then so we have supratrochlear, supraorbital, lacrimal, then have infraorbital and external nasal. Then we will see the maxillary division. From the maxillary division, first of all, we have the infraorbital nerve, the sixth one. The infraorbital nerve supplies the lower eyelid. It supplies the lower eyelid, side of the nose and upper lip. Side of the nose, upper lip and lower eyelid. Then we have the zygomaticofacial, that is the seventh one. It supplies the upper part of the cheek. Then we have zygomaticotemporal nerve, the eighth one. So it supplies the anterior part of the temporal region. So this is the temporal region, which supplies the anterior part of the temporal region. Then we have the mandibular division. The mandibular division has first branch auriculo, this ninth one, auriculotemporal nerve. It supplies the upper 2/3 of the lateral side of the auricle. The upper 2/3 of the lateral side of the auricle and temporal region. Then we have the buccal nerve. The buccal nerve supplies the skin of the lower part of the cheek. Then we have the mental nerve. It supplies the skin over the chin. ठीक है. Now we are left with the angle of the mandible, which is supplied by the anterior division of greater auricular nerve, that is C2 and C3, and the upper division of the transverse cervical क्यूटनेस नर्व ऑफ द नेक दैट इज ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द C2 एंड C3. ठीक है, तो ये आपको याद रहना चाहिए. तो सेंसरी सप्लाई ऑफ द फेस. Now we will see the blood supply of the face. As I told you, the face is richly vascular. So it is supplied by the three arteries. First of all, the main artery is the facial artery. Then we have the transverse facial artery. This is the transverse facial artery. Then we have the arteries that accompany the cutaneous nerves. And from the smaller division of the ophthalmic, maxillary and superficial temporal arteries, वहाँ से छोटी छोटी ब्रांच निकलती है. तो मेन जो हमारी होती है फेशियल आर्टरी. So we will see the facial artery. Facial artery is the chief artery of the face. It is actually the branch of the external carotid artery. This is the external carotid artery. ठीक है. So we have the common carotid artery which is divisible into the external carotid artery and internal carotid artery. External carotid artery जो होती है वो branches देती है neck में ही. तो फेशियल आर्टरी जो होती है उसकी हम उसका जो कोर्स है वो that is divisible into two parts, the cervical part and the facial part. Here we will see the facial part of the facial artery. So it arises in the neck itself, then it goes when it reaches to the angle of the mandible. Just in front we have the masseter muscle here. Just in front of the angle of the masseter muscle, here we can palpate. यहाँ पे हम palpate भी कर सकते हैं facial artery. Then it has a tortuous, इसका जो tortuous course होता है. ठीक है, tortuous क्यों होता है? क्योंकि muscles जो move करती है ना face की, तो it is continuously movable. तो अगर ये plain होती तो ये क्या हो सकती थी? Rupture हो सकती थी. That is why it is tortuous. Tortuous इसलिए होता है क्योंकि facial expression जो movement होता है मुंह की continuous, इसकी वजह से इसका core जो होता है tortuous होता है. Then when it reaches to the face, it just lies lateral to the angle of the mouth. Then it moves around the lateral side of the nose and ends at the angle of the eye, where it anastomoses with the dorsal nasal artery. ठीक है. So here when it enters the face by winding around the base of the mandible, ठीक है, it is at just anterior inferior angle of the masseter muscle. Here we can palpate it. It is known as, that is why it is known as the anesthetic artery, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे palpate करते हैं इसको. It is also known as the anesthetist artery. ठीक है. Then it goes angle of the mouth, then upwards and anastomoses with the dorsal nasal branch, which is the branch of the ophthalmic artery. It lies between the superficial and deep muscles of the face. The course of the neck we will see in later. What are the branches of this facial artery? The first of all, the inferior labial artery. ठीक है, inferior labial जो lower lip को जाती है, superior labial artery जो superior lip को जाती है, and lateral nasal जो आला of the nose को चली जाती है, and it has a small posterior branches also. Now it anastomoses with the larger anterior branches of the. तो ये क्या करती है? जो opposite side से facial artery की branch होती है उसके साथ anastomose करती है. Then another important artery we have the transverse facial artery. The transverse facial artery is actually the branch of the superficial temporal artery. This is the superficial temporal artery. उसकी एक branch होती है. ठीक है. After emerging from the parotid gland, the parotid gland से बाहर निकलती है, it moves forward over the masseter muscle between the parotid duct and the zygomatical arch, and it is accompanied by the upper buccal branch of the facial nerve. It supplies the parotid gland and it is duct, masseter and the overlying skin, and anastomoses with the neighboring artery, that is the opposite side. Now we will see the venous drainage of the face that you already know from the scalp. I will repeat here. The supraorbital and supratrochlear vein join to form the angular vein. The angular vein goes downward. The another vein from that is the retromandibular vein, which is formed by the union of the maxillary vein and posterior auricular the maxillary vein and superficial temporal vein. तो वो ज्वाइन करती मिलाती है रेट्रोमैंडिबुलर वेन. रेट्रोमैंडिबुलर वेन जो होती है डिवाइड होती है एंटीरियर डिवीजन एंड पोस्टीरियर डिवीजन में. एंटीरियर डिवीजन एंगुलर वेन के साथ ज्वाइन करके जो हमारी जाती है इंटरनल जुगुलर वेन में, और पोस्टीरियर डिवीजन पोस्टीरियर ऑरिकुलर वेन के साथ ज्वाइन करके एक्सटर्नल जुगुलर वेन बनाती है, जो बनाती है सबक्लेवियन वेन में. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो ये डब्ल्यू शेप्ड स्ट्रक्चर बनती है. ठीक है, तो ये दिस इज द वेनस ड्रेनेज ऑफ द फेस. Now it is very important to be noted here, very very important, that this facial vein has the communication with the another veins, that is the deeper structures. The first communication is between the supraorbital and superior ophthalmic vein, जो मैंने बताया था superior orbital और superior ophthalmic vein है. जो वेन कहाँ की है, ऑर्बिट की, और वो कहाँ जाती है, कैवर्नस साइनस में. ठीक है, तो एक कम्युनिकेशन यहाँ पे है. दूसरा communication we have with the pterygoid plexus through the deep facial vein, which passes backward over the buccinator and connects between the facial vein and the cavernous sinus. Like the deep face, जो facial vein है, ठीक है, ये है यहाँ पे ये communication. तो ये जाती है deep facial vein, ये facial vein जाती है through the deep facial vein into the pterygoid plexus of veins. Pterygoid plexus of vein से जाती है emissory vein, ठीक है, और वो कहाँ ओपन होती है, हमारी कैवर्नस साइनस है. सो ये जो कम्युनिकेशन है ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि ये वेन्स जो होती है वैल्वुलस होती है. अगर इनमें कोई थ्रोम्बोसिस जाता है वो डायरेक्टली कहाँ जाएगा, कैवर्नस साइनस में. और कैवर्नस साइनस के लेटरली बहुत सारे हमारी नर्व्स होती है, जैसे ट्रॉक्लियर होती है, ओकुलोमोटर, अब्डूसेंट होती है. अगर थ्रोम्बोसिस यहाँ पे चला जाता है तो दैट नर्व्स गेट्स कंप्रेस्ड. ठीक है, तो ये जो हमारा ये कम्युनिकेशन है ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट इज द फेशियल वेन थ्रू द डीप फेशियल वेन गोज pterygoid plexus of vein, through the pterygoid plexus of veins emissory vein which opens into the cavernous sinus. So as I told you that we have the very important connection between the superficial and deep veins. So this is the dangerous area of the face. What is it? Is this ये है क्या dangerous area? We have seen it is present in the it includes the upper lip, ठीक है, and the sides of the nose, upper lip and the lower part of the nose. So this is the dangerous area. ये dangerous area क्यों माना जाता है? यहाँ पे अगर एक्नी हो या कुछ है, हम उसको बर्स्ट करेंगे तो इसमें थ्रोम्बोसिस अगर बनेगा वो सीधे चलेगा डीप फेशियल वेन के थ्रू pterygoid plex और वहाँ से कहाँ, थ्रू emissory vein into the cavernous sinus. So we can say the infection spreads from this area to the cavernous sinus, which may be dangerous. That is why it is known as the dangerous area of the face. Now we will see the lymphatic drainage of the face. लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज के लिए ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट जो हमारी ये पिक्चर है ये ऐसे ईजिली याद रहती है. ठीक है, तो ये कैसे हम करेंगे डिवाइड, हम करेंगे, हमने फेस को 3 टेरिटरीज में डिवाइड किया है. ठीक है, एक तो अपर टेरिटरी हमने ली है which includes the greater part of the forehead. ठीक है, greater part of the forehead, the lateral halves of the ये part, ठीक है, ये वाला A. तो greater part of the forehead, lateral part of the eyelid, and we have the conjunctiva, lateral part of the cheek, parotid area, and this whole area यानी कि greater this forehead, cheeks, lateral part of the eyelid, conjunctiva, it opens into the पेरीऑरिकुलर पैरोटिड नोड्स. तो जो पेरीऑरिकुलर यानी कि जो हमारे एयर के आसपास लिम्फ नोड्स हैं, इट ड्रेन्स इनटू दिस. सो दिस इज नोन एज द पेरीऑरिकुलर पैरोटिड नोड्स. Then we have the middle territory area. The middle territory area is this yellow one. It includes the middle part of the forehead. It includes the external nose, ठीक है, upper lip, lateral part of the lower lip, ठीक है, cheeks, medial half of the eyelids, and the middle part of the cheek and the greater part of the lower jaw. तो ये सारा जो एरिया है ये कहाँ चला जाता है, इट गोज इनटू द सबमैंडिबुलर लिम्फ नोड्स. तो जो हमारे सबमैंडिबुलर लिम्फ नोड्स होते हैं वहाँ चला जाता है. और फिर तीसरी कैटेगरी हमारी होती है दिस वन, द लोअर टेरिटरी. इट इंक्लूड्स द सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ द लोअर लिप, सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ द लोअर लिप एंड द लोअर लिप एंड द चिन. ये ठीक है, सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ द लोअर लिप एंड चिन. और ये कहाँ चले जाते हैं, सबमेंटल लिम्फ नोड्स में. ठीक है, ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है ये, और इजी भी ऐसे रिमेंबर रहता है. तो ऐसे अगर याद रखोगे तो ये सिंपली याद रहेगा. तो ये कैटेगरी पेरियोरिकुलर में जाती है, पैरोटिड में. ये बाकी सब कहाँ चला जाता है, सबमैंडिबुलर. और ये थोड़ा सा एरिया कहाँ जाता है, सबमेंटल. So clinically a little bit I will tell you here about the trigeminal nerve. क्योंकि मैंने बताया जो सेंसरी सप्लाई ऑफ द फेस है दैट इज फ्रॉम द ट्राइजेमिनल नर्व. वी हैव द कंडीशन नोन एज द ट्राइजेमिनल न्यूरल्जिया. It is actually clinical condition which is characteristic of the sudden पैरोक्सिस्मल अटैक्स ऑफ फ्लैक्सिनेटिंग पेन, तो अचानक से पेन हो जाती है इसमें, दैट may last for few hours to several days, and the pain is throughout the जो नर्व सप्लाई होती है, जो वन या तो उससे मोर डिवीजन ऑफ द ट्राइजेमिनल नर्व, या तो थ्रू ऑप्थेल्मिक या थ्रू मैक्सिलरी या थ्रू मैंडिबुलर, वन और मोर डिवीजन ऑफ द ट्राइजेमिनल नर्व इज associated with it. So we have the pain on the face. The another is the herpes zoster ophthalmicus. It is a viral infection which involves the ophthalmic nerve. It also represents as a severe pain and edema of the ophthalmic territory. जो ophthalmic territory of the trigeminal nerve है, क्योंकि ये वायरस उसी में होता है, तो इसके थ्रू जो नर्व सप्लाई होगी वहाँ के थ्रू हमें बहुत सी पेन होती है और वेजिकल्स अराइज होती है along the course of the cutaneous branch of the ophthalmic nerve. अब हमारा रह जाता है इसमें मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्लिनिकल कोरिलेशन विच इज़ द फेशियल नर्व पैलिसी. फेशियल नर्व पैलिसी जो है वो मैं आपको बताऊंगी नेक्स्ट क्लासेस में, नेक्स्ट क्लास में मैं फेशियल नर्व आप लोगों को पढ़ा रही हूँ, उसका कोर्स सारा, तो उसी के साथ जो मैं क्लिनिकल कोरिलेशन बताऊंगी दैट इज़ द फेशियल नर्व पैलिसी, दैट इज़ द बेल्स पैलिसी, वो मैं उसी के साथ आपको डिफाइन करूँगी.